apartment for rentage, you will see that it will take you over 20 years to recover the money, sometimes 30, 40 years to recover the money. So it's frustrating for an investor. So what sort of investment would you like to invest and then 20 years to come? Are you going to be healthy to eat the money? Maybe you are getting old. Just imagine you are 50 years now. You build an apartment for rent and then 20 years, you are 70, very old. You are not eating anything you want now. You are selecting your food. You are not even recover the money. You remember the money will just be coming little by little. But in short-let apartments, if you invest, the money will be coming. Maybe in 10 years you are through. Sometimes 8 years, sometimes 7 years you are through. Now when you want to sell, you sell better because it's a function, it's an asset that gives hope. It's a lucrative asset, so you can. It's not like the house is now very old and now you want to sell it. So now what is going to do is what is happening in USA, what is happening in UK and Canada. You know, people that are living there, they tell you that their house rent is very high. They pay high house rents, and that is why in those places real estate pays better because you can build houses and then keep it for renting, and you make your money. But the only way you make money in Nigeria from real estate is you build and you sell. You can't go into renting and make your money. It will take you 20 years. What business will want to wait for 20 years before they make the money? No business, no reasonable investor will do that. Even why people build rental houses is just for security. Let it be that this money I did not waste it. Let me just keep it here. But when you have a better option, why would you just keep the money there? When house rent will be giving you 2.5 million, 3 million a year, an apartment is giving you 9 to 15 million naira a year. Which one will you take? So what it will do, it will cause revolution. The price of the rent will go up. And when it goes up, is it favorable to the citizens? No, it's not. It's not favorable to the masses. But I think that is where it's going.
Yes, that a lot of people will move from their houses to shelters. Just like they're saying.
No, it is. That's why having a good government matters. That is where government comes in. You know, you provide subsidy. You partner with a real estate company. Support them to build low-cost houses. That it will take a little money from the company, and then government is subsidizing it. And then when they are selling to the people, they are selling it at a very low cost. So that's how to go. Everywhere in the world, you can't build a house. It's very expensive to build a house, to own a house. So you now own through mortgage. Sometimes you pay over the years. Do you know how it works? The money will be made available for the company to build the houses. They will build the houses. Then government have subsidized it. Now you now continue to pay. So the company, the real estate company is not suffering any loss. It's not suffering long time recovery of their investments. The government have done that because they have the interest of their citizens at heart. No businessman bears the interest of the citizens at heart. Every businessman is looking at investing and profits. So because they have the platform to provide housing, so government now partners with them, funds that project, and then make it very low for the people to afford. That's how you get affordable housing projects. You don't, real estates cannot give you affordable housing projects. They are not a charity organization. And you remember, most of the projects real estate people are doing is being funded by investors. So if they make it affordable for you, who will pay back the investors? So it's always good for not just the real estate companies to do their part. It's always good for government equally to do their part. So our life will be easy for everybody.